What's up guys, it's me, SteveRandom here, and in today's video I'm doing Tom Ford Tuscan leather versus Tom Ford Ombré leather. You guys have requested to see what wins between these two, and I have been testing it out, but be in mind though, where I live it's still very hot, and these I would recommend more for the winter and fall time. Like maybe, sub 50 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe like something like that. Sometimes, if I'm sitting somewhere where it's very cold inside, because usually right now the air conditioners are blasting, it gets pretty cold and I can maybe get a little bit of experience based on, how it would be during winter. Let's just spray them on just to test them out and see how they are different. Alright, so Tom Ford Tuscan leather and Ombré leathers on this side. So I've, been smelling these for 2 days about, because I usually like to test the fragrance out before I do a fragrance battle video. What I realized is the differences, or what I've realized is Ombré leather is more of a kind of a natural, just clean leather. Doesn't have much to it except for like a nice, freshness leather, and I don't know if that made any sense, but like it's a leather, but it's not very piercing to the nose, so it's like smooth and it's comfortable. It smells really sort of genuine, and it really can, it really smells like you're smelling a leather product or something like that, while Tuscan leather has a little bit of a kind of this sweet vibe that comes through. I believe it's a raspberry because it's like a fruit note, and with the leather it also creates this nice sweet leather, which is a little bit different compared to the fresh leather from Ombré leather. The Tuscan leather has a sweet, nice, like sweet opening with a little bit of darkness as it dries down, so it becomes a little bit more heavier as it dries down. But in the opening, it smells nice and sweet, and it's really sort of like a very appealing fragrance to anybody's nose, because even if you don't like leather, you still most likely would like Tuscan leather because it's very appealing in the opening and it's kind of addicting. Also, what I've realized is if you smell Ombré leather and then you smell Tuscan leather, you really get that raspberry coming through, because when on a regular day when you smell Tuscan leather, you just kind of get the sweet leather vibe, or that's at least what I get. But right now, when I'm smelling Ombré leather and I'm going back to Tuscan leather, I'm really seeing that raspberry note just pop out, because that's their difference. One is more sweet, one is more genuine, like clean leather, They're both very smooth and all around great fragrances. The price range, this is for 50 ml Tom Ford Tuscan leather private blend, you can find maybe for about $160, $170 on discounted sites, and then for 100 ml of Ombré leather you can find for $175. So you'll be getting a little bit of a better price with Ombré leather, but it's whatever you'd like, to be honest, is what you should get. Longevity wise, both of them are really good longevity. Ombré leather, the good thing about it stays, the opening stays the same until the dry down. Like, you don't get much of a mix, or you don't get a difference from the opening and dry down, so it really stays powerful leather throughout the whole way. Tuscan leather starts off sweet, but then it dries down into more dark kind of leather, but not like animalic leather, but like more of a light sweet leather. So it kind of changes, but it still lasts a long while. So now it's time to put them in the categories and say which one I like the best. So Tuscan leather and Ombré leather, which one has better longevity and performance overall? Like including projection, including sillage, it's whatever, The winner for this category, in my opinion, is Ombré leather, because when I sprayed it on the test strip the other day, I was getting whiffs of Ombré leather, and it was like right here, and I was getting whiffs of it off the paper. So I don't know how it would do on skin, because on mine it did pretty well, like that's why it won this category. But on skin for other people, I don't know how it would do, but on paper it was blasting through, and I couldn't even smell Tuscan leather. So overall performance, Ombré leather takes the winner. The creativity, uniqueness, definitely Tuscan leather. Really, Tuscan leather, it's pretty much a masterpiece of a fragrance. Like, it has everything in it. Then we're talking about versatility. Versatility, I don't think is much different between these two because you can use one in winter and fall. Those are pretty much the preferred days or the preferred seasons I would use it. I mean, I am right now technically using it in summer, but I'm trying to eliminate going outside in the high heats. I'm rather doing it when I'm going somewhere indoors, which is like going to be air conditioning, and it's going to be cool, so I can really test these out. And for the overall winner between Tuscan leather and Ombré leather, which one do I think is the best? My opinion, it's kind of clear because one or the other, one I have a sample of, one I have a bottle of. I prefer, honestly, Tuscan leather, but let me say a but real quick. Ombré leather is definitely one I would be willing to buy because they don't smell close enough to where you can just have one fragrance. You can definitely own both. They won't smell the same. For now, I do prefer Tuscan leather, but I'm definitely looking to buy an Ombré leather bottle when it gets discounted. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And peace.